Purpose family. Welcome to day 1 of 30 days of purpose in June. In the days ahead, we're going on a journey to discover, to develop, and to deploy our God-given purpose. And so today, we're going to be looking at what is purpose. Why is it important? Why are we even having a conversation on purpose? Purpose is the reason for your existence. It's the why behind your life. It's the God-given assignment that brings meaning, that brings direction and fulfillment to you. So, you're not created randomly. You're not just a speck or dust here on earth. God designed you with a divine intent. Purpose is the reason for which something is created or exists. Purpose is rooted in design. So, for example, just as a pen is made to write, you were made by God for a specific something. Purpose is not just what you do, it's about becoming who you were made to be. Do you see? Now, why is purpose important? It's important because without purpose, we will just be drifting and chasing after things. Like it is said, being tossed to and fro without any direction, without anywhere that you're going to. Purpose will bring focus. It will bring clarity, motivation, and fulfillment. Purpose keeps you focused in a world full of distractions. Your purpose will give you vision, and with vision comes discipline. So do you see that purpose is really, really important to our existence here on earth and to fulfilling whatever it is that God has ordained for us? Purpose will help you say yes to what aligns with your destiny and say no to what derails you. Your purpose gives you confidence in your decisions and clarity in seasons of confusion. Your purpose will align you with God's plan, which always leads to impact and legacy. It is right at the center, of purpose that you find power. Purpose is what makes your message. Otherwise, it will just be another voice speaking or just merely words. Now, being clear on your purpose is important because then you will know your prototype and not become a stereotype. It's really important. Now, with purpose, you do not need external validation or public applause. Discovering your purpose is a process. It's a journey. Now, I'm just going to quickly share, how I began to understand my own purpose. Right, I didn't always know what my purpose was for a long time. So, what I mean is I was doing things, yes. I went to school, I got a degree, I got married, I had children. I was serving, I was building, I was learning. But deep inside, there was a sense that there was much more than I could do. There was that longing for clarity, that led me into a season of seeking exactly what is this, sense of more, that I could do more, there was a sense of something missing. And I began to go on courses, right? Some of them were necessary, some of them were not necessary, but they were all part of the path that I needed to go on to gain clarity. And I also began to ask questions. And of course, I went through some turbulent, situations as well. I had moments where everything I knew seemed to be shifting. Nothing around me looked like, what God had shown me or what I was sensing that I was able to do or where God was taking me to. But you see, it was in that place of uncertainty that I learned how to pray, how to seek God, how to begin to ask God and say, why am I here? Why did you create me? What did you create me to do? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I on the right path? All of those questions in the quiet moments, at night, whenever I could cry out to God, and I did, and He began to respond. Now, not in dramatic ways. Some people had it in dramatic ways, but through patterns, through confirmations, through different encounters. And it was in those moments, right, I began to receive clarity, began to gain clarity. And even through the voices of other people confirming that, yes, I believe that this is what you should be doing, this is the way that you should go, and also affirming that I was called to raise people, to speak life, to build destinies, in collaboration, in co-creating with God. So from that time, I began to see how God, had been weaving purpose through my life, through the different encounters, experiences, the skills that I was gaining, even through the talents that I had. Do you see the values that I had, and the people God was drawing me to? And today, I live to help people discover, to develop, to deploy their purpose as well, not just as a coach or as a speaker or as a trainer, but as someone who understands what it feels to search for more. What it feels to know that you can actually walk in purpose. What it feels, right, to know that I am here for a specific assignment. It's a process, right? And the assignments can change from season to season. I have worked in it, right? So it is from those perspective that I'm speaking to you today. Now, if you're still searching, you are on that path of clarity, or you have gained a bit of clarity, I would say to you,